Hello, dear students. My name is Amanda Moreno and I'm going to be your teacher. Well, the topic of today is adverb of frequency. How we use an adverb of frequency. We use adverbs of frequency to say how often we do things. Always we use adverbs of frequency to discuss how often something happens. Adverbs of frequency are often used to indicate routine or repeated activities. So, they are often used with the present simple tense. Let's check some of them. The most common frequency adverbs in English are always, express 100%, frequently 90%, usually 80%, often 70%, sometimes 50%, occasionally 30%, seldom 20%, rarely 10%, never 0%. Okay, the adverbs of frequency answer the typical question starting with how often, con cuánta frecuencia, how frequently, right? Those are some examples. How often do you brush your teeth? I always brush my teeth. Yo siempre cepillo mis dientes. Second, how often does your mother cook? She rarely cooks. Ella rara vez cocina. Third, how often is Claudio late for class? She's never late for class. So, here, as you know, we can use adverbs of frequency in the middle of the subject and the verb. Okay? Here. She, in this case, in the middle. Yes? And here. In this case, is totally different. Okay? So, let's continue. Okay, guys. Let's continue with the position of these adverbs. When we use adverbs of frequency, normally we have two options or two structures. Adverbs of frequency go before all verbs or the main verb and after a form of the verb to be. Okay, let's check these examples. She is often late for class. Can you see that? This is the verb to be. So, that's why we have to use the adverb of frequency after the verb to be, after this form. They are always late for class. Okay? So, check. We use adverb of frequency after, right? It's totally different when we use another different verb. For example, the verb cook, study, work, run, etc. In this specific case, you have to use the adverb of frequency before of the main verb. She usually cooks. She, subject, usually adverb of frequency, cooks, the main verb. They usually cook. Subject, adverb of frequency, and verb. Right? Let's continue. If you want to use the negative form of present simple, in this case, don't and doesn't, you have to use always the adverb of frequency after the negative form. Example, we don't usually travel. If you use the third person, she doesn't usually travel. Okay, guys, keep in mind that information after the negative form or the auxiliary negative, right? Let's continue. Those are some examples. I always go to school by bus. Yo siempre voy a la escuela en autobús. Okay? Here, subject, adverb of frequency, and verb. Next, I don't usually get up at 7. Yo usualmente no me despierto a las 7. Next, I sometimes have lunch in a restaurant. Yo a veces almuerzo en un restaurante. The last one. I seldom have breakfast. Yo rara vez tomo el desayuno. Okay? Those are some examples. If you want to check again this video, you can do it. And please check your worksheet for this specific topic. Bye guys. Thank you.